Hi guys, so in last lecture we see something like this. Okay, so there is no any CSS, JavaScript or any other part. So I want my website looking like this. Okay, so this is all CSS, JavaScript is not available right now, but I want to fetch this on this browser. Okay, this all will look something like this. So what I need to do is I need to use a CSS and JS file which I have not used inside this project. There is no CSS files available inside this project or folder, whatever you can say. So what I need to do is that whatever CSS file or JS file I am saying that it is called static files. Why it is called static files? Because we are never going to touch as a backend developer to the any CS or JS file. So in settings.py, if you check that where is the YT, yes, this is as in settings.py. So you can see this static URL which is slash static. So what I need to do is if Django tries to use static files, it will go to this folder. So here there is no static folder. So what I need to do is in project, Django project, I repeating Django project, I need to make another folder named static, and inside this static folder I need to make another two folders, static dash only, then another one folder called static. So inside static we need to use static and static only. So one another folder which is needed will be a media folder. So there is no need of this media folder right now. But in future when we are uploading some stuff like PDF or images or profile picture or something, then all that uploaded stuff will be go inside media folder. Okay. So static if we want to fetch any CSS or JavaScript file for our HTML, then inside this we have some CSS file like this. So if we fetch this file, then we need to store that file in static folder. Okay. So what I need to do is I will go to that particular template folder. So inside this template folder, I have something called assets. So in assets, there are four folders: CSS, images, JS, and web fonts. So there is no need to touch anything. Okay. So just simply copy and paste this inside static folder. Okay. So it will take some seconds here. It is completed, and after doing this we cannot we are not in the state that if we are reaching this static folder. No, what we need to do is provide the path to the static folder. So we have path to this static folder but not this. We need to provide the path, and I have just you can say what I need to do is I just need to have the path. There is long path, so I will just use my GitHub account for that. So GitHub. So this is my URL. You can see my projects on this and use this on your own. So there is no restriction. You can download any project and use this for your own purpose. So in this apparel repository, if you go to the settings.py, there is main application here. Settings.py, you will find at the end of the settings.py something like this. Okay, if debug and then this path, just copy this and paste inside settings.py after static. Okay, so where is the settings.py? Yes, here, and here I will copy and paste this. Okay, so my project name was apparel in this. So what I need to do is wherever there is apparel I need to write YT and white. So what this path will do is so here static URL is available which is static, and for media URL we write media, so it will find media folder. So we need to join the paths. Okay. So what we'll do is we are providing static root and static files directories for static files only, and for media also media root. but this is main for right now, static files and static root. So for static root, we are providing the path of the static only. So what it will do is it will reach us to, it will take us to this static dash only folder. Okay, static dash only, and find the whatever file specified. If it not finds like the particular file, it will also start looking into the static folder. Okay, so static in CSS and JS files are must available in static and static only folders, in both the folder. So there are another ways too that we can implement, like we have only static files, static directories, and we can also use that. So this is one method, and another method is that too. So I'm using this method. It is just providing us that yt and static and then static only. So yt then static and static only, then yt then static then media. So yt then static then media, and for this yt static static yt static static. So it is providing the just path. Okay, so we can reach to these folders. Okay, so after doing this, we need to save this file. Okay, so in PyCharm auto saving is on. So this will take us to the base path. Oh, sorry, not base path, to this folders path. So yt static static only, and this type of. Now what we need to do is we need to have we also need to have that which files are available here also need to be here. So there is a command for that. We are not gonna copy these four folders to static only folder. We will use something like this, that Django no Python manage.py collect static. Okay, this command is important. Whenever you add any file to the static folder, then you need to write this command again and again. So every time you update the static folder, write python manage.collect static. So what it will do is it will copy all the files available in the static folder inside static only folder. Okay, so you will have okay, static only. So I have named wrong folder, then it has made its own folder. Okay, static dash only. If it is not available, it will make its own. Okay, so I don't need this folder now, so I will remove it, delete it. Okay, so it has make a folder for me, and these folders are available. Okay, so now work regarding static files is over. Now what we need to do is we need to use these static files like CSS, JS, all these things we need to use. Okay, so now after that what will we do is wherever we find CSS images or JS file, I repeat, CSS images and JS file, what I will do is you need to repeat. Okay, so first of all what we need to do is at the top of the HTML file I will write something like this: load static. Okay, what it will do is in HTML file we need to use static files. We want to use static files. So for to use this static file we need to write this. Okay, if you are using n number of HTML file and in each file you want to use static files, then you need to write load static. Okay, so this is important. This is the first part. After that we will use this static to load this file. Okay, so if we try to use because all the static files available and paths is also available, then what it will if I try to again run this, then 2 it will not come properly. Okay, so I have not run this. So python manage.py run server. So after running this, if I try to refresh it, then it will not work properly because it is not finding its path. Okay, so we need to provide its path for whatever file, CSS file or JS file or image files path using this static. Okay, so that's why static is important. Okay, so inside this the what it is saying that in assets folder, in CSS folder, style starter.css is available. Okay, so inside if we try to see this folder, so inside assets folder, inside CSS, the style dash starter.css is available. But what had we done is we have directly CSS folder and style dash starter.css folder. If we have assets folder and inside that folder have CSS images, JS and web fonts folder, then this path is correct. Okay, so you can directly copy and paste this assets folder and directly paste it to the CSS sorry static folder. That will be okay, then that this path will work. But now this path will not work. Okay, so now we need to change this path. So we have directly CSS, and inside CSS style.starter. So we need to remove this from every path. Okay, for CSS images and JS or whatever path, whatever file we need to use, we will remove from it every path. Okay, so we need to remove assets. Okay, so make sure you remove that, otherwise it will not work. So now just focus for just a 20 second. What I will do is I will cut this path wherever you .css or .js file or image file. Just copy the path without double quotes. Okay, copy the path without double quotes, cut it, then without pasting anywhere else, just write curly braces something like this. Go inside curly braces, write modulo 2 times, and write static something like this, space, single quotes, and whatever you cutted you need to paste it. Okay. So now by doing this, the Django will find it in CSS folder, and CSS folder the file is style-starter.css. So this is also known as Django templating. Okay, this is also known as Django templating. So using this we can find the path in Django of any HTML CSS file. So this is something this was something looking like this, but now if I try to refresh this, then it will change. Okay, so a lot of things changed. Okay, so almost our template is ready. Okay, so most of the work is done by this. Now for next, if we don't have any CSS files, okay, we have only one CSS file. So try to search Control F and write img. Okay, if any file this is commented, so hit enter. I want to show you for yes, this is okay. So we need to remove assets and just cut this path between double quotes. Control X, cut it. Try to write curly braces, inside curly braces 2 modulos, static, and in single quotes we need to provide that cutted part. So if I try to run this again, then we will see one image. Okay, so this was the image. Okay, so this image is showed now. So you need to do this for all the paths available inside this. So try to search more image. There are 35 results. So try to write again, then we'll see something like this. So this is again a path. You need to again do the changes which I have done earlier. Then for JS I want to write, so JS is always at the end of the path. So also there is only one JS. Okay, so many JS file, but here it is only one JS file. So here there is again one. So I'm showing you this last one. You need to file all the JS file. Just write here JS and you will find it. Okay, so these are files. So what I need to do is I will just cut this part. First of all, I need to remove assets. After that, I will cut this part. Control X, then in curly braces modulo 2 times, then again static, in single quotes we will paste the cutted part. Okay, so if we write this, we will have something like this. Okay, so it is again come, and yeah, so you need to do it for all the JS files, all the images files, all the CSS files. Okay, for these three you need to do this. Okay, so I will update this all the I will update this path in everywhere inside this. So it will take some time, around an hour or maybe 2 hours, according to the how many paths is available. So what you need to do is you need to do the same, and if you encounter any error, just try to rewind the video, or if you after rewinding to it is not solving, then you can write in the comment section that what is the error. I will try to solve your error. And thank you so much for watching the video, and please subscribe the channel if you haven't subscribed till now, and thank you so much, and bye bye.